Michael Carter arrived before sunrise, as he had every day for the past 12 years. The racing workshop was silent, except for the sound of tools and humming machines. After losing his wife, he worked tirelessly to support his 10-year-old son Noah, believing hard work and honesty would always open the right doors someday. Velocity Motors had become one of America's most respected racing companies. Every championship-winning race car carried the company's famous logo, but few people knew Michael had personally built each one from the ground up. He never cared about recognition, because providing for Noah mattered far more than receiving applause or public attention. One rainy morning, a championship race car suddenly refused to start during an important investor demonstration. Senior engineers surrounded the vehicle, running expensive diagnostics, while executives watched nervously. The company's new CEO, Victoria Hayes, had recently taken over after purchasing the business from its retired founder just months before. Victoria grew increasingly frustrated as every engineer suggested replacing costly components. Investors whispered among themselves while cameras recorded the embarrassing delay. Michael quietly observed from the back of the workshop before politely asking if he could inspect the engine. Several executives laughed, reminding everyone he was only a maintenance technician. Without waiting for approval, Michael carefully listened to the engine instead of staring at computer screens. Within minutes, he located a tiny fuel pressure valve stuck because of contamination. Using a simple cleaning tool, he restored the valve, restarted the engine, and the race car roared back to life before everyone's astonished eyes. Instead of thanking him, Victoria's expression hardened. "Who authorized you to interfere with my engineering department?" she demanded sharply. Michael calmly replied, "The investors needed a working car." Victoria folded her arms. "You ignored company protocol. Collect your belongings. You're fired effective immediately." Silence filled the enormous workshop. Engineers exchanged uncomfortable glances, but remained quiet. Michael simply removed his company badge, packed his worn toolbox, and walked away without arguing. Noah waited outside after school, smiling until he noticed his father's expression. "Did something happen?" he asked softly. Michael forced a smile. "We'll be all right, son. We always are." That evening, the retired company founder, Richard Lawson, called the workshop to congratulate everyone after hearing the demonstration succeeded. During the conversation, he casually asked, "Please thank Michael. Without him, those race cars would never have existed." The room suddenly became silent as Victoria frowned with confusion and disbelief. "What do you mean?" Victoria asked. Richard sounded surprised. "Didn't anyone tell you? Michael designed and built every championship race car we've produced. During the last decade, he trained every engineer working there today. His fingerprints are on every trophy sitting inside that showroom." Victoria's face immediately turned pale. The next morning, engineers struggled to prepare another race car for an important qualifying event. Strange performance issues appeared everywhere. Without Michael's experience, simple adjustments suddenly became impossible. Hours passed while mechanics argued over complicated solutions. For the first time, Victoria realized experience couldn't simply be replaced by expensive technology or impressive titles. Meanwhile, Michael returned to his tiny neighborhood garage, fixing ordinary family vehicles. Noah happily handed him tools after finishing homework. Although disappointed, Michael refused bitterness. "Never let pride decide your future," he told his son. "Real skill speaks quietly through actions, not arguments." Noah listened carefully, remembering every word his father shared. By afternoon, Victoria arrived outside the modest garage in a company vehicle. She stepped inside, noticing old photographs covering the walls. Every picture showed Michael proudly standing beside championship-winning race cars. Newspaper headlines praised Velocity Motors, yet his name never appeared. He had always allowed the company, not himself, to receive the glory. Victoria looked at him with genuine regret. "I made a terrible mistake," she admitted quietly. "I judged your position instead of your ability." Michael remained calm. "Titles don't build engines, hands do." His simple words carried more weight than any speech she had ever heard inside a boardroom. She offered Michael his position back immediately, along with a higher salary and a senior executive title. Michael smiled politely before shaking his head. "Money isn't the problem," he replied. "Respect is." Victoria lowered her eyes, realizing trust, once broken, required more than generous offers to repair completely and sincerely. After a long silence, Victoria made a different proposal. "Help rebuild this company," she said honestly. "Not as my employee, but as my partner in training every future engineer." Michael looked toward Noah, who smiled proudly from across the garage. Seeing his son's quiet encouragement, he finally accepted with one important condition. "Every apprentice starts in the workshop, not behind a computer," Michael said firmly. "They'll learn to hear an engine before reading a diagnostic screen." Victoria nodded immediately. She understood the lesson reached beyond racing. Success depended on humility, patience, observation, and respecting those whose knowledge came through years of honest work rather than impressive job titles. Months later, Velocity Motors won another national championship. During the celebration, Victoria stood before employees and investors. Instead of accepting the applause herself, she invited Michael and Noah onto the stage. "The greatest builder in this company," she announced proudly, "was the man I almost threw away because I judged him too quickly." The audience rose for a standing ovation as Michael quietly smiled beside his son. Looking across the workshop filled with young apprentices, he realized something more valuable than trophies had finally been built. Respect, honesty, and experience would now shape every race car leaving those doors, ensuring no true talent would ever again be overlooked.